All right, welcome back. We're in the deep dive series and we are in Orange County, California. Otaca Tequila, a local Orange County brand, friend of mine. I'm also an investor in the company. Let's go take a look. All right, welcome. So I'm here with my good friend Anthony, who also happens to be the owner. I don't know your exact title, CEO.
CEO.
You probably have like
Tequila.
10 probably.
Just CEO.
I mean, when you start a business, literally you have to wear every single hat, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. But as you know, you're telling me, you're doing the CEO and your beautiful partner wife is doing back of the house, like actually the real important work, keeping
She's
track.
CFO of the company, running the back house, and then me and my partner Nick Chichuk, he's pretty much in charge of sales.
Yeah.
But me and him are like a double head out there, tackling sales and distribution and.
Yeah. Well, if we back up we jumped right in, but I don't want to do that. I want to talk a little bit about, how, I mean, we've known each other for, I guess, about 5-6 years.
5-6 years, yeah.
And then
you listed my house in Palos Verdes for me.
Exactly. And then I kind of got wind that you were doing something cool in the tequila space, which obviously is one of the hottest spirits globally, right?
Number one selling spirit in the world right now is tequila.
Right, exactly. I mean, thousands of brands, and
Yes.
it's like restaurants, right? Like most don't make it, but the good ones do, right?
Oh, yeah.
And when you drop this off, or when we first sat down and I tasted this, and I told you I'm not a huge tequila aficionado, if you will. And it's probably because, we're about the same age. Back in high school, how many times we almost probably went to the hospital on Don Julio.
You drink that stuff, and it's like you're already ready with the salt in your hand and the orange and the sugar, whatever you need to kill that nasty taste and make that funny face. Yeah.
And then
you won't get it with Otaka.
And then the next day, you literally swear you're never going to drink again because you are like
that's it. My last drink ever. My last drink ever.
Dear Lord, please let me get through this day. I'll never drink again. So, but obviously not the same thing. This is smooth and clean, and we're going to get into really like the details around that, like the process, and because obviously I've dug in, I've read all the literature, but I want to hear it from you. I haven't been down there, but I've watched all your social stuff, and it looks like you guys have so much fun going down there.
It's a blast.
Kicking the actual plants, and your feet are in the dirt, and smelling just the environment and stuff. That stuff, we can't capture, but that's the essence of this. To me, this is, the cleanest, most, smoothest, most flavorful. And like you were saying, so we've served some up here, over ice, straight, with a tiny little peel.
Just a peel of orange, a little twist for that little oil to hit there, and it brings out the flavor of our agave.
Yeah. This isn't just a prop. We're going to try this. Cheers, by the way, brother.
Salud.
Yeah, it's great seeing you. It's
so easy.
And I do want to, because before we started this, you were talking about, a lot of the other brands, that a lot of people drink because they're popular. The one Clase Azul is probably, especially here in Orange County, everybody loves Clase Azul. You ring the bell. But
marketing geniuses, Clase Azul. They probably have one of the best looking bottles. I'll never put down another tequila company, even like theirs. Beautiful bottle. Amen to them. God bless them.
Yeah.
That is a beautiful bottle.
The white and
great
blue
thing with the bell.
They've got all the different.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I'm such a novice. I'll admit, I understand how you're, because you've explained it to me. I don't honestly know the difference between mezcal and, añejo, and I'm really, really a novice. So
I'll break it down for off the bat. So
that'd be great.
This is a plata. People have blancos, they have platas. What we do here with our product, we don't pull our pinas till 8 years. That's the plant.
The actual
100% blue agave plant.
Yeah.
So we let that grow to 8 years, get the full ripeness out of that plant. Where I'd say 80% of tequila companies will pull their plants at 2 and 3 years.
Okay.
They just don't have the time to wait because they're mass produced. They need to get their product out. So think of it as a peach.
Okay.
Say you'll grab a peach off a shelf blind, you just grab one and you take a bite of it. Almost give you that apple-less flavor, a little crunch to it. Tastes like a peach. But now you go to a farmer's market and you really pick out that nice, beautiful, soft peach and you bite into it. It's almost dripping down your face and so sweet and tasty.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to get out of an 8-year-old agave pina.
Got it.
And we triple distill and triple filter. We have a
so
proprietary.
this is a key.
This is the key. We have a proprietary filtration, oxygenation, and a chilling process that we do.
Okay.
Which is bar none from anything else you've ever had. That's obviously, you taste our tequila, smooth, no burn in the back of your throat. You like it, and you said you weren't a big tequila drinker.
Yeah, I'm gonna have another sip.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, I mean, this is. Yeah, no.
Look at the veins on that glass.
No, it's almost like drinking
like a Bordeaux.
Correct. Yeah, no, I mean it's smooth. It's interesting because back to the other brands that we were discussing, they have a lot of them have that vanilla caramel flavor, and one a novice like me would think that that's natural, but you were explaining that.
I'd say 80% is all diffusers and additives and fillers.
Okay.
There's not enough agave to fill that bottle, so what they do is they're adding caramel, they're adding vanilla, they're adding sugar, they're adding more water, they're adding fillers to their product. Ours is 100% natural, nothing else added to our product.
Wow. Okay. I mean, that's huge. I mean, especially because, the body processes. Look, alcohol is not really good for anyone, right? Generally speaking. But if you take all that sugar and because that's the problem, right? Your body has a natural ability to process certain things, and it can't process a lot of the extra sugars and things.
That's what gives you the headache the next day. You're like, oh my God, what did I drink? Now if you're doing Otaka straight like this on the rocks, you drink a half a bottle, you're going to wake up with zero headache. You're going to wake up in the morning like, whoa. Because you're not having all that extra sugar and no additives and no fillers to the product. I
like that. That's a nice benefit.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so you said, I'm trying to picture, and maybe we can get some, B-roll from you of what the actual plant looks like, maybe coming out, like they dig it out by hand or walk me through that.
Yeah, we dig it out by hand, cut all the pinas off the top first, and obviously take out the bulb. Mm-hmm. So an 8-year bulb is probably going to be about that big, with 100, 200 pounds.
And when you say the whole peach analogy, is it physically soft?
No, it's hard.
Okay.
And
is that like a shell or?
No, it's just it's a hard fruit.
Okay.
So now we slice it up in half, big peanuts sometimes into quarters.
Okay.
And then we bake them in the clay ovens.
Okay.
Pressure cooked. And that's 24-hour process. So the next day you turn off the oven, you open it up, and that peanut's soft, which is agave. So you go to the store and you buy agave sugar.
Yeah, to put in
that's just pure agave. It's that sweet.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes.
So if you cut a piece off and eat it, that's what it's just going to taste like.
Right off the plant? No, it's not going to taste right.
No, out of the oven.
Oh my God, it's going to be so sweet. You probably won't even be able to eat it because it's so sweet.
Okay. So now you have this roasted. Is that the correct? Roasted agave, and then it goes through a filtration. At that point, what happens?
At that point, now it goes after it's cooked. It gets pressed in our Tahona wheel, which is a century-old clay. What's that off the mountain? The organic rock.
Like a granite or like a.
The volcanic rock. Yeah, it was also a volcanic rock.
That's okay.
And it weighs really heavy, and that goes around in circles and presses the apina to get all the juice out of it.
Okay.
And it's also, we use well water, filtered well water that goes down about 200 feet in the ground.
Okay.
So that's being applied on there at the same time, to get the water and the extract out of that juice. Then it goes into the distillery process.
And that's a triple filtration you're talking about.
Yes, that's after we get triple.
Is that like a? So you said it's proprietary. Is it metal or is
no?
It...
So the first one is going to be our distillation process, which it'll be in wood flats, wood vasks, big open wood vasks are about size of this room, and that's going to be your distillation process going on. You're adding your natural yeast and whatnot to ferment the tequila, the agave, to turn it into tequila.
Turn the agave into alcohol.
Yes, and then we're a big believer our tequilero, which is Joel Garcia.
Tequilero.
Yeah, tequilero. You got to roll that a little bit.
Yeah.
And he believes in copper. So if you put something in stainless steel and leave it for a while, you're going to taste that on the tip of your tongue, the stainless steel.
Right.
So he likes to rest it in copper. So our product's rested in copper, and then it goes through our filtration and chilling process.
So you might actually get some kind of like a mineral benefit too.
Well, there's a lot of mineralities in tequila. So there's 2 different plants where they're grown. So we have the highlands and we have the valley of the lowlands. These pinas are grown in the lowlands. Why he chose
different climate
of the Jalisco region. So why we chose the lowlands, or Joel chose the lowlands, is when it rains, where's all the water and the minerals go?
Yeah.
Comes down to the hill to the lowlands.
Yeah.
So you're getting a lot of minerality. So when you take a drink of this and you think of it, you'll taste the land, you'll taste the earth in this product.
You can smell it.
Smell it.
You know, it's funny. It's like when you go wine tasting and the sommelier or the, you know, the vintner or whatever is tell you like, oh, you'll taste a barn door. And like when you're drinking it, you don't taste that until they say that.
Yes.
And then you're like,
it comes to your head,
like,
barn door.
Holy, this is a barn door.
But have you ever tasted a barn door?
No, but this is like what it would taste like. But when you said that, now I smell like the earth. I smell it. It's interesting.
So to bring you back, you were talking about you didn't know the difference between the Blanco, the Plata, the Reposado, and the Añejo.
Yeah.
So the next process here would be to make it our Reposado, which is aged from anywhere from 3 months to 11 months.
So this is unaged.
This is unaged. It's rested in copper.
Okay, so it rests in copper for 30 days or something? Or?
So now we have a Reposado that's in virgin white oak barrels.
Okay.
And that's going to rest in there for 6 months.
Okay.
So what it's going to do is it's going to change the color. Mm-hmm. You're going to get the caramelization from the wood, from the oak. Mm-hmm. So when you taste this, you're going to get that oakiness.
Yeah. You're
going to catch pepper tones because it's just what wood does.
Oak, yeah.
So you will catch all that old world taste and smell to it. Then one step further, now our Añejo goes into, we're using Chateau Lafite Rothschild barrels.
Oh, wow.
So we're using Bordeaux barrels.
Wow.
24 months.
So I haven't tasted this yet.
No.
Yeah.
But today you will taste the Reposado.
Okay.
I have the Repo on hand here that you're going to be able to taste today that no one else has tasted yet.
Wow.
Yeah. So I got a little special
exciting. That's exciting.
So our Añejo.
It's funny because when you were saying that, I was thinking to myself, wow, it'd be cool if they were in like, you know, old wine barrels. Like it would, so you're going to catch those like those old Bordeaux tones and stuff?
Oh, yes. Our barrels, I think, are like 40, 50 years old. Yeah, we bought a big lot of them. They were in Italy.
Wow.
And they were actually perfect.
Wow. And how long does it sit in those?
Where our Añejo is going to be 24 months.
Okay.
And that's not going to be a 750 milliliter bottle. We're going to use magnums only. So it's going to be a special allocation. They'll be very limited.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's something to very look forward to.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're going to pick up.
And I don't know if I mentioned, but I am an investor in this company, so that means I get access to that.
So let me ask you a question. Why did you invest in Otaka?
You know, I mean, just to be totally blunt, because of you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I mean, it's listen, there are, like we said, there's thousands of tequilas. I thought it tasted great. A lot of it too is marketing, and I think I think that people buy into. I mean, any business they have to buy into the guy who's running it, or guy and gal. And I think that you guys, I see you hustling. I think you did an amazing job with the packaging.
Thank you.
You said Jack had a lot to do with that.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully he'll stop through. It all comes down to people and packaging, and it's marketing, right? I mean, there's been amazing products, regardless of what the sector is, that just fail because they just don't have the right people doing it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So that's why.
So back to the investment side of it. So you asked me how to invest in my product, and I told you go over to Start Engine. So we launched our Start Engine. We didn't launch our Start Engine because we needed to raise money.
Right.
We put in the money for the product, and we had it.
Yeah, you're going to be okay.
So we did it for soldiers.
Right.
It was more of a marketing ploy for us to get investors. You have that $200 investor, the $500 investor, $1,000, $20, $50, whatever it may be. That guy is going to go to a bar and is going to sit down at a bar and say, "Hey, I'm part owner in that company. I invested in Otaca Tequila." Really? Yeah. Try a shot out. Now that guy's going to try it. He might invest $200. He's going to be a soldier. So right now I think we have like 300 people that invested through Otaka. So now you have 300 soldiers out on the street marketing for you.
Ambassadors.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah. Well, you're a Sicilian, so you think soldiers. You got the guys on the street.
Well, actually, I'll look at your brand with the Daftarians. I think you guys have all soldiers. Those are soldiers you guys have out there. People that are working for you and getting in the grind.
Yeah.
I mean, we call them soldiers because that's what they're doing.
That's right.
They're building your army up to get out there and get more funds, you know?
Well, and at the end of the day, it's an honor to be called a soldier. I mean, a soldier to me is someone who will literally do whatever it takes to get the job done.
To win.
Right? To win, yeah. So, yeah. No, that's great. Yeah, I mean, I know that these platforms, a lot of people, well, there are people that go to those platforms because they don't have the money to fund, their ventures. But I think from a marketing perspective, I've read research on that it's just genius. I mean, people that don't necessarily need the money, or like you said, you're bringing these people into your cause. They're now out there promoting you. They're ambassadors, they're soldiers. So it's genius.
And now you're in on the ground level. So it's like, investing in Apple when Apple was in the garage.
Yeah.
So you get in that ground level, hoping this tequila goes to the next, $500 million, $1 billion company.
Right.
And you're going to get a nice payday.
Yeah.
So we're the first tequila in the first quarter to ever win 4 gold medals.
It's mind blowing. I mean, again, like I said, I invested in you guys, but you guys are killing it. I mean, I don't know if we can get the 4 different golds. There's one here. I think you said somewhere on
so we have
a film shoot right now.
We got a gold and double gold at the Las Vegas Proof Awards.
Okay.
And then we got 2 world awards. So we got the Tequila and Mezcal World Master Awards. We won a double gold with them. And we also won a double gold with Cigar and Spirits World Award also.
This is like in the first year.
In the first quarter.
No, you've been, when did you?
October 15th, we launched our first sale.
That was it? Oh, yes. It seems like it's
yes.
It's like an old world company that's been around for 3 months.
Yeah, so it's been 3.5
months,
years, 3.5 years in the making.
Right.
It took us, to create the bottle design, perfect the juice with oil, and once we hit the market, we sent out some bottles to the sipping awards. And like I said, nothing here is pay to play. We've got magazine write-ups, articles, won all these awards without paying for anything. This is all natural, organic.
Right. Well,
which I'm very proud of.
No, it speaks volumes to the quality of the product, the integrity of the brand, and the people. I mean, that's amazing. So, what's on the horizon? I mean, obviously, get in as many locations as possible, spread the word, spread the love.
So, our team built a phenomenal business plan before we even started this, and we're sticking to our plan 100%, and it is working. We're actually surpassed what we thought we would do. The first 4 months, we're almost in 300 locations across California. We're in every Total Wine from San Diego all the way up north. We're coastal right now in California and just keep branching off. So our goal is to hit 1,000 locations in California.
Okay.
And then branch off to Las Vegas, Nevada, Florida, New York. Mm-hmm. But we're actually, we're advancing a little sooner, and we have a meeting with the big distributor in Las Vegas next Tuesday.
Okay.
So we're already ready to tackle the Las Vegas market because we have our product secured. We have enough product to start going now.
Yeah.
Which we thought it was going to take us a little more time, bottling, manufacturing, production. Agave is a little scarce out there, but we have the agave, we have the pinas. Luckily, through the grace of God, through our partner, Oel Garcia. Mm-hmm. He's got his land, he's got his pinas, so we're secured and set.
So is that like a constant planting, harvesting process over, 8
Absolutely.
years is a long time to wait for something.
Absolutely.
But,
so think of 250 acres of agave plants.
And they're just rows.
You're only pulling
rows.
So much at a time. Yes, rows and rows and rows of it.
Do you have like an aerial shot of what that looks like?
Oh yeah, we have all that.
Yeah, I want to see
that. We can get you some of that B-roll.
Yeah, that's cool. Awesome. Well, look, that sounds like the trajectory. Talking about the investment. So I come from an investment background, and I'm not BSing. I didn't read anything. I literally just hit the button and yeah. I was like, look, because pro formas and financials, and I've seen the 70-page spreadsheet.
So you had a good gut on it.
It was a gut feeling. Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, so, but it sounds like it's playing out well. It is.
Yeah.
Well, that's
We're
awesome.
Blessed. We're blessed.
That's awesome. Well, what? So you're moving into Nevada pretty much. So that sounds like, and then
I think it'll be within a month.
Okay.
We hit up all the Vegas spots. Actually, we went out there, me and Nick, and we went and met with Salt Bay. Nurse. The Salt Dude. He loved the product. We're ready to get into his restaurant.
Oh, sweet.
He's got 6 in the United States.
Wow.
We also met with...
talk about branding.
Yes.
This
he's
guy,
a branding genius.
This guy,
branding genius.
Cappuccino. Are you kidding me? This guy?
He gets people to spend $5,000, $10,000 a dinner and grab him, take a picture, hashtag him, promote him. And paying him to do it. Yeah. Marketing genius.
Oh, yeah.
So great guy. We talked to him for about 20... We thought we were going to get 5-10 minutes of his time. We got 25-30 minutes of his time with a busy pack restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
So we also landed Milos.
Okay,
we love Milos's food.
Yeah.
The Wynn Hotel looked like we're getting in there. We'll be at all the clubs. So it's going well. Yeah. So we created the bottle with a little indentation on the bottom.
Yeah.
So we're going to be able to put an LED light in the bottom of that for the clubs.
Oh wow.
That'll light up. But actually, remember I told you.
Smart.
in the beginning of this that I'm going to have a little reposado for you to try.
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor and bring me a bottle of that reposado on the shelf, please? Perfect. So here's a little, see the color?
Oh, yeah.
And that's just 6 months.
Okay.
The barrel. So there's a little LED on the bottom of it.
Do you want to introduce Nicole, by the way?
You hit the button. My lovely wife, Nicole, our CFO of the company.
So glad you're here.
Yeah.
I'm going to be stepping out of this interview in about 5-10 minutes, and Nicole's going to come take over.
Oh, so this is,
It's gonna be a little more refined, but
Yeah,
so
that's the beta
it'll
test.
light up and do the club service and the bottle service. Yeah. So are you ready to try a little bit of this repo?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we'll get you some glasses here and try that out.
That's a smart idea, though. I mean, this is, maybe you should design like the flare thing.
The
too.
sparklers, I think the girls automatically just bring that.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised, how come I don't see more hair catching on fire, right? All that hairspray and
Clubs catching
they're
on
catching
fire.
on,
Yeah.
using these sparklers indoors, and
I don't know.
it's crazy.
I
But
don't
that's
know.
what's going on. Everyone loves that scene.
Oh yeah.
Bottle service is big.
So my oldest turned 21. We took her to Miami, and we did.
I think I saw you posted some stuff.
Yeah, Paul and I. It's he's her godfather. So we went to what's the name of the place that does my boyfriend's out of town on Wednesday nights. Shoot, I can't think of it. It'll come to me. Anyway, the bottle service with the sparklers, and they charge you $300 for a $200 bottle.
Yeah, you get a bottle of Kettle One, $20 bottle, and you're paying $500 for bottle service.
Yeah, well, you're paying for the experience. So it's again, lifestyle. Like, you've created a lifestyle brand. This is going to, because it's so good. The packaging is so it is. When you compare it to the other, all the other tequilas are like huge bottles.
We definitely wanted to go in a whole different direction.
Yeah.
With our packaging.
Yeah.
We're the only square top bottle in the industry.
In tequila or any spirit?
In tequila.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's cool. I mean, you got to be different.
Sleek, sexy.
Yeah.
And it's got the it's got the line on the bottom, so when you're halfway done with that bottle, you see the tequila. You got to order a new bottle, or get another bottle. You're running out.
Smart. I like that. And matte black, obviously, is kind of the color of.
And then it's got the shiny logo.
Yeah. Yeah. No, there's a lot of detail into it. You guys put a lot of thought into it, for sure. Did you come up with it all yourself?
Yeah. Well, me, Jack, Nick with the top. He's owned a machine shop, so he CNC machined the top for us.
Mm-hmm.
And
so it was metal.
Yes, he first made it out of metal, and then he did it out of plastic for CNC, and then we created it. We tucked it down on the bottle, and Otaka was created.
Yeah, it's a
very easy to hold for bartenders.
Yeah,
very easy to pour.
Yeah, I mean the tall bottle is like you got to figure that.
And the squareness is great on your hands, not slipping out of your hand.
Yeah,
a lot of bottles too will. You got a plain bottle, you put a sticker on it with your name, and there you go. This is all done by hand. This is all done by the hardworking women of Mexico. This is applied by hand.
Are you serious?
Painted. Oh, yes.
Painted?
Yes, it's all by hand.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yep.
I would think that was like a,
No, this is all thermofoil right here painted. Look at that.
Yeah.
You can see the brush strokes in there.
That's amazing. Wow.
Can you do me a favor, Nicole? Can you bring us some glasses to try out?
Want to try some repo?
Yes, we do.
So serve the same way, just on a rock with a little.
Yep.
Yeah, the orange is going to bring out the flavor in all of our expressions.
And just to let your audience know, I think it's actually 12 o'clock. So
thank God.
Yeah, but we started drinking at 11, so it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Tequila hits you differently.
And it's Friday.
It's Friday.
It is.
I just had a phone call from a client in Dubai, so it's actually midnight there.
Wow.
So,
all right.
So cheers to him.
Cheers to him.
So what do we
so you're gonna
let it open up?
Yeah, and also I want you to smell it and think about what you're smelling, because that oak barrel is going to give you so many different flavors. It's a lot more richer. So let me just tell you right now. So our product is a 40%. This is about 45%.
Okay.
Yeah, this is actually non-filtered yet.
Okay.
So this will get smoother.
Okay.
But for right now, you're going to taste the realness of that barrel.
Okay. Thanks for the warning. now I'm worried.
Isn't that something?
Wow. Yeah. That tastes, yeah. I mean, obviously, when you're talking about tasting the wood in the barrel, you taste that. It almost has like a Scotch-ish feel, and it definitely has like a different feel on your tongue than.
That's just that. All it is sitting in that barrel for 6 months. It changes that much.
Yeah. Wow. No, it has like a, yeah. It's I don't know how to explain that, how that feels on your tongue.
Yeah, you got a nice, the different tastures and textures of it.
Yeah. Tastures, that's a new word.
Tastures.
That's a taster texture. It's a taster. I like that.
Yeah, that's my go-to right now.
Yeah, no, that's nice.
Yes.
That's really nice. And so what will this cost per bottle?
So now,
actually, if you could go over like this. So this is at.
Yeah, so right now our Plata retails in stores at, I think Total Wine is going to be your lowest price. They're going to be $74.99.
Okay.
Liquor stores will be anywhere from $89 to $99.
I mean, that's a bargain because
Yes.
when you the white and blue bottle is costing $120,
$120, $130.
Yeah.
And
if you can get it.
yeah, so we're actually we're a new tequila, so we had to enter ourselves into the market.
Sure.
So we couldn't enter at that top price, but we're a top shelf tequila at a mid-level price for now.
Yeah.
Till we get in market and get everyone's lips to bottle.
Yeah. Do you anticipate raising the price?
So we really don't have control over retail.
Mm-hmm.
It starts off with our wholesale price.
Right.
The average shot price of this in restaurants is anywhere from $18 to $27.
Okay.
Your hotels are going to be $25 to $27. Your mom and pops are going to be $18. Like Javier's Redo would be about $20.
Yeah. Your mix of business, are you like hospitality versus, retail? Like what's a...
So we're wholesalers.
Yeah.
So we're wholesaling out. We're focusing on, like High Times Liquor.
Yeah.
All the big stores like that, the Bevmos, the Total Wines, the mom and pops.
But I mean, you and all the soldiers are getting them into restaurants and
Yes.
hotels and stuff
Yes.
like that too. Is that direct, or is that also going to be through the distributors?
So California, we're direct. We're the distributor for California.
Got it. Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then, sorry to go back to this. So around 75-ish is what you're talking
About
about.
$80.
80 bucks. Okay. And then what will this one end
The
up?
repo is going to probably run you about $140.
Okay. Got it.
And then the añejo will be in a Magnum bottle, so it's going to be a 1.75 milliliter, and that's going to be about $350.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's it. And is that going to be just a bigger version of this?
Bigger version of this. Even the repo. This is just our temporary bottle, so the repo will be all done in gold to match the color of the product. Our name will be in this color also, and then it's going to have a wood top on it. We just poured it in this bottle now, so you can try it out.
I understand. Yeah.
And then our añejo is going to be it's going to be the same shape bottle, same look, but it's going to be a surprise.
Okay.
It's going to be a totally magical bottle.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the importance of that is, you're at a bar and you see them, and they like, just like with the other brands, how they'll have like the different color. I mean, the shape bottles are the same, but the colors or the finishes are different.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really into aesthetics and things and textures, or what did you call it? Tastures.
Tastures. Yeah, you get the tastures.
But I mean, I think that, look, I mean, this is, marketing is all about how people perceive things, right? Because you got to get them to put it in a glass and try it. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Yeah,
Lips to bottle, we call it.
Lips to bottle, yeah.
Lips to bottle.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this is genius. I'm excited as an investor. I'm really excited because I had no idea how great things were going. This is spectacular. This is special. And then the añejo, when's that gonna?
About another 20 months.
Yeah. So we're looking
couple more years.
A couple more years. Yeah.
But I
it's
think
got to
this will
sit there.
Yeah, the Plata will still be our number one seller.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing on the market that's smoother than the Plata.
Right. Right. Now, are there other brands that have a Plata? I mean, because like the white and blue bottle we keep talking about, that's an añejo, right? Or no, that's a repo.
That's a reposado.
That's a repo. Yeah.
So Clase Azul's is a Plata. They have a Plata, which is their clear bottle.
I've never had that.
It's the exact same bottle, except it's clear. That's a Plata also.
Got it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. I'll have to go taste it just so I can, like I said, I'm real novice at this, obviously, but I know what I like, right? So, I mean, I know that this is smooth and easy to drink.
When you taste it, it's hard to drink any other tequila after drinking, especially our Plata. I mean, it goes down so smooth.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the purpose of these deep dives, as I told you, is really to showcase local brands. And this is a local Orange County brand we're right now sitting in Aliso Viejo. This is the world headquarters.
This is our headquarters.
Yep, which is great. We snuck into that secret back room. There's a lot of good stuff going on back there. Yeah.
So what I'll do is I have a couple other meetings I got to take today.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and turn my wife over to you, and you can sit down with her, and then hopefully Jack will be in soon.
Yeah.
And he's our creative marketing director, and you can get a few words with him too.
I love it.
Again,
Okay,
good seeing you, brother.
Thanks, man.
Take
You
care,
too.
man.
Yeah. So we made a little transition. We're sitting down with Nicole, Anthony's wife, who also is CFO. And what exactly is your title?
Yeah, so I'm the standing CFO today.
Mm-hmm.
I've been handling the financial obligations and structuring everything with Otaka with our raise as of now.
Mm-hmm.
I will transition back into COO. That's where I'm more comfortable. I've been involved with a lot of startups and structuring of companies.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I will sit eventually. But right now, as we're building, it's all in-house. It's a family company as of now, and there's nobody better than the owners to be handling the finances in the beginning.
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And also, Anthony's the front man, the pitch man, and you always have to have someone that's keeping track of the beans in the background.
Yeah.
That's it. So that's no one better. So maybe tell us a little bit about how you guys actually ended on this, or were introduced to the opportunity in general. Because that's a really fascinating story to me.
Absolutely, with like a Sicilian, a Canadian, and one Mexican, we
it's like a joke.
Otaka.
Walked into a bar.
So my husband Anthony, he's been a tequila connoisseur for many years, way longer than I have. And
I remember at your house you had the crazy
tequila bar
with the biometric
James
thing.
Bond.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, and if you remember at that tequila bar, it was like just absolutely filled from ceiling to floor with just all sorts of tequilas. A couple of the big name brands were in there, and a few of these really unique, delicious, incredible tequilas that were pretty rare and hard to find were in our bar as well. And as he got more involved with the tequila world, and spent more time drinking, spending money, and just learning about the industry, he was introduced to a brand which he just fell in love with. And actually our friend, Martin Anthony, he introduced us to this brand. So he had bottles at his store at the time. He was working for Don Barbados, and he displayed these beautiful hand-painted ceramic bottles of tequila.
I remember
Mexico.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Anthony got on that, loved it. The entrepreneur that he is at heart, he got a hold of the owner through Martin Anthony. Thank God, he's amazing. And this lovely woman, total woman-owned business, met up with Anthony. They discussed potential, ownership. Anthony was going to want to invest in the company because he believed in her. He believed in the brand, and it was just like delicious juice.
Right.
His favorite at the time. Now, obviously, it's Otaka, but things rolled through. It wasn't the best opportunity for him at the time for ownership because he is such a go-getter. He likes to have a say, and he has so much to offer. He wanted more than 20% to help the brand go in the way he wanted, right? This woman turned out to be like his sister. They have the best friendship, and she did something she doesn't do for anyone. She introduced him and us to our tequilero, Joel Garcia, who made our juice for us.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's special.
Special, yeah. She doesn't do that for anyone.
Well, and he doesn't do that for anyone either, right?
No, Joel Garcia does not. Yeah. He doesn't produce for people that are not from Mexico usually, or are not family. He has the big brands. I'm not going to name them right now, but the places we all see, the brands we all see, offering him millions of dollars to produce for them, and he just turns it down because he's all about tradition. He's all about integrity, and he's very true to the Mexican tradition. So we feel really honored as being like a Canadian, an American, a Sicilian, you know, making this tequila with him.
Yeah, that's an amazing story. I would love to meet him sometime, and I can't wait to go down there and see the whole process. And
you'll come down.
Yeah, absolutely.
As an owner, absolutely, you'll come down.
And so you ran. We already touched on, you know, why using the crowdfunding, you know, platform, and I thought that was brilliant, and I love the explanation. You ran all that, and then I know that you had said maybe you wanted to shout out to the investors, you know, the soldiers that are out there.
This is special. I know you come from an investment background and you're a numbers guy, and I respect that so much. I love numbers as well. And this product, when we launched it on Start Engine, it was, you know, the numbers were there, the industry's there. This is the best kind of product to get into right now because tequila is so hot. But we're really blessed to have like all of Orange County come together, believe in the product, believe in us, and invest in Otaka. And that's really helped us gain so much momentum in the last couple of months. We've only been selling for 3.5 months.
It's crazy.
Four time's going by fast, 4.5 months now.
Yeah.
And that's thanks to, you know, our team, but more so like all of these soldiers we have in Orange County. You know, some people are investors like yourself, like big investment people. Some people are just, you know, our friends we meet like at the bars, but like believe in us and have tasted the product and want to be involved in such a special thing. So I think that Otaka is going to really be known as like an Orange County, you know, like community product.
Yeah. And
people here are just going to be obsessed with it, and it's going to spread all over the world.
Well, the timing. So, you know, Orange County, I've been here a long time, I guess 20 plus years, but Orange County, what's that?
Longer than us.
Yeah. So, you know, my wife's from here originally, and Orange County was this sleepy community 20 years ago when I came here. And all of a sudden, I mean, I won't say thank the pandemic, but because of the pandemic, all of a sudden Orange County has really hit the map. I mean, people are moving here from San Francisco. They're moving a lot from LA, you know, from everywhere. I mean, Orange County has now become, you know, it is the place. Yeah.
Look at your industry. You know, you guys are the most successful real estate team in Orange County. Everyone's coming down here.
Yeah.
Everyone's coming down here from San Francisco, like you said, in LA.
Yeah. So, I mean, but look, we live in one of the greatest coastal, you know, from a topography perspective, one of the greatest coastal communities maybe on the planet, because the weather is great year round, pretty much, right? We've got the infrastructure here is great, the schools are great, like the roads are great, like everything here is.
There's natural habitat surrounding. It's not just all urban lifestyle.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, thanks, you know, Irvine Company over the last 50 years has done a great job, and but the timing for this new Orange County brand is perfect. And, you know, you're seeing the successes of it. You're in all the hot restaurants. You're, you know, exploding as a great lifestyle brand. So I'm honored to be part of it. I thank you for your time. You know, this was great. I love sitting down. I love tasting, you know, I mean, no one has access to this yet, which is nice. Cheers.
Thank you for being here.
Of course. Yeah. And then, you know, Jack, who's also on your team, I think maybe he'll stop in and say hello. And then we'll, you know, we'll be following along closely, and we'll do progress reports over, you know, maybe we'll do this again in another 3 to 6 months.
We'll do an event.
It's going to, an event will be amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Okay. All right, now we're going to bring in Jack. Jack is in charge of branding, marketing. He had an integral part in the design of the bottle and so much more. What's up, Jack?
What's going on, man?
How you doing, brother?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. Have a quick seat.
Awesome.
We got a bunch of used glasses, but that's okay.
I like it.
Yeah. No, this one is really special.
Oh, the Red Bull, yeah.
Oh, yeah, real special. So we've known each other a long time, and we've all known each other a long time. I'm excited to, you know, be part of this and, you know, help share like the excitement around what's going on here. I couldn't be more excited, actually, especially after this, because, you know, I was telling Anthony, I kind of like just blindly threw money into it because of the team. Right. Because the team, I mean, you have a great product, I knew that, but the team is what drives this stuff, right? And I mean, there's a million great idea people. It's all about execution. And part of your role, I mean, so I was in the financial industry for a long time. Then I transitioned into more of a marketing role within the financial industry, and I recognized the importance. I mean, look, marketing is sales. You know,
Absolutely.
A sales guy will argue with you, but at the end of the day, like, you're putting this together and making it, you know, you have to have the packaging right. You have to have the brand on point. And this is, I'm talking about across, you know, that's the tough part, all the
Right.
platforms, right? Especially today.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
are you doing social,
Yeah.
photography, video, like, you're doing it all?
Yeah. I mean, one of the things that I love most about marketing is that you get to really tap into people's sort of culture and get to know what moves them, right? That's what marketing is all about, as you've noticed once you started doing marketing. So, you know, from the design of anything, it can be a glass, a bottle, or just how you know, project your brand to the mass.
Yeah.
It's all very important. So I designed this bottle with Anthony from the very, very beginning. I mean, as you can see, like in our little bar in the boardroom, we have from the beginning to end where we kind of started. We started kind of messing with it, looking at how things looked, not so good, great, you know, looking at the bottle, the different shapes and stuff like that. And we really wanted to create something that was completely different from what you see in the industry right now.
Yeah.
You know, typically tequila bottles are tall, slim, and, you know, they sort of try to make it a status symbol. And we wanted to do that, but in another way. So we decided to go with something a little bit more vampy, more sexy, you know, smaller, something that was also practical, not just, you know, looks good, but practical for bartenders, you know, for them to grab, be able to pour. And that's one of the things that our bartenders love. They're, you know, they grab the bottle, they pour easily.
Well,
It's
even
fantastic.
even a home bar.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, your shelves may not be tall enough to have a
Exactly,
you know, 3-foot bottle. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So this is practical.
It's practical shelf space.
I love that you designed it that way.
It goes great. And then another thing that a lot of people don't realize is that so we are one of the. There's only one more. It's not really a spirit, it's a liqueur, but we're, you know, with the square top. And the reason we did that was because, one, it stands out. It's different. Two, obviously, tequila is Mexican. It's a Mexico product made in Jalisco. So when you look at the heritage, like history of Mexico, when you look at the pyramids, like all of the Mayans and all that stuff, all their pyramids are square on the top.
Okay.
So, you know, it's kind of like a way for us to be like, hey, let's take a little bit of the Mexican culture, make sure that it's very present in our product. Yeah. And at the same time, it creates a difference between everybody else in the industry.
I love it.
So,
I didn't know that little aspect. That's that's cool. That's very cool.
So, you know, that's part of the reason why we designed it that in that way. So, so far, that's kind of like one of the biggest compliments. Like, people just like see the bottle and they go, oh, I love it. You know, some reviews online, it's like the little sexy black bottle.
Yeah. No, it's great. You know, as we touched on a little earlier, it's easy to hold in your hand. You know, it doesn't take up a lot of room. You know, it's matte black is obviously one of the hottest colors. Of, you know,
absolutely.
They probably sell more matte black G63 wagons than any other color. So
yeah, and even if it's not matte black, you make it matte black somehow. You know?
Right. Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Well, congrats. I mean, look, you know, the proof is in, you know, the awards. I mean, you guys are obviously ramped up very quickly. I think all the marketing you've done, you know, the online presence that you have, you're doing a great job. So, you know, I'm excited to be part of it. I'm excited to be able to, you know, put this out so people, you know, learn a little bit more about another, you know, flourishing OC brand.
No, that's awesome, man. Thank you. I'm glad that you were part of it. And, you know, when we started this, I remember talking to Anthony and I remember telling him, like, we need to do something that obviously, you know, we need to raise money. That's great. We can go traditional, you know, private equity or just like VC or something like that. But I've been really a fan of crowdfunding recently just because it allows everyone the opportunity to become an investor and, you know, invest in something that they believe in. And it also allows us, it does two things. One, it raises us money, and then two, it also creates advocates for the brand.
Correct.
So, you know, that's really been a great component of our growth recently because you have, you know, we have about 270 investors around there. Yeah. Those 270 people are going around to their favorite restaurants, to their local restaurants, to their best friends, to their families saying, hey, I just invested in this tequila company. You got to try it. It's good. Yeah. And then it just helps spread the word, right? Like going back to marketing is really about 1,000 true fans, what those people can do. If you have 1,000 true fans, you're going to make it. Yep. Because they're just become advocates. They keep talking to the people that they love and that they cherish, and they're pushing whatever it is that they believe in this case, Otaka. Yeah. So, you know, that crowdfund race has been really successful for us, not only in raising us money, but also in raising awareness for the brand.
Yeah, those fans, those advocates, those ambassadors. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
well, awesome. Well, I'm proud to be part of it, and
thank you very much.
This is exciting stuff, man. So, as I was telling Nicole, I'm happy to come back, excited to come back in the next 3 to 6 months, and kind of do the next video and talk about how much further you guys
progress.
have gotten.
Yeah,
absolutely.
that'd be awesome. We're looking forward to that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I really appreciate it. Thank you all for tuning in. On to the next one.